Welcome back. You're still watching tonight on the special coverage of the budget 2025-2026. Kenya's National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi has outlined an ambitious plan to finance the 4.29 trillion shilling budget for the financial year 2025-2026. Part of that includes a deficit of over 923 billion shillings, which will largely be financed through domestic borrowing. A third of the local revenues are expected to come from income taxes on salaries and business profits. Our reporter Dennis Otieno gives us the breakdown.
Treasury CS John Mbadi ruled out the introduction of new taxes, opting instead to widen the tax base and improve compliance to raise 2.75 trillion shillings in ordinary revenue.
Mr. Speaker, in this respect,
CS Mbadi planning to raise this through 1.2 trillion shillings from income tax, meaning tax on salaries and business profits. In addition, the government expects to raise 560 billion shillings through appropriations in aid, revenues collected directly by ministries and government agencies as fees and levies on services. The National Treasury projects to receive grants of up to 47 billion shillings from development partners. Put together, the government now projects a total revenue collection of 3.35 trillion shillings, falling short of the 4.29 trillion shillings budget target, creating a fiscal deficit of 923 billion shillings.
We are also conscious of the fiscal constraints that demand our collective attention and thoughtful action. 1. Rising demands for increased public spending, which could lead to either higher debt or the need to raise taxes, both of which require careful consideration and balanced decision-making given current public concerns.
To plug the gap, Mbadi plans to borrow 635 billion shillings locally and 287 billion shillings externally, all this while keeping public debt within sustainable limits. The Treasury is betting big on domestic resource mobilization through tax reforms, reduced tax exemptions, and automation of revenue collection. The Treasury is also scaling up public-private partnerships targeting 70 billion shillings from the private sector to fund infrastructure projects across energy, water, and transport. The National Treasury has this year shifted attention from direct taxes, choosing instead to reduce claimable VAT refunds by pushing several goods from zero-rated to VAT-exempt status.
We are proposing that we move most of the commodities from zero rating to exempt. However, I was very conservative. I left out many commodities, like bread, like milk. I did not move them from zero rating. Why? Simply because of politics. If I did that, you'd be killing me here, even if you are not benefiting from it. So wacha niwache, muendelee kuenjoy.
Mbadi says these measures are essential not just for this year's budget, but to secure Kenya's long-term fiscal stability. Dennis Otieno, Citizen TV.